This is a weapon you get for free from a quest versus Exogoxstat officers on 210 level steel path. Keep in mind, this is the tankiest unit I can spawn in Simulacrum. So if you're new to the Warframe, this is a perfect video for you. I'm gonna give you one loadout that can do entire game content without any issues. So let's go quickly over what we have in here. This is Saryn. You can get her prime version, like I have here, if you have any platinum or you don't mind spending for platinum, and buy her parts from a player. But if you don't have any platinum and you don't wanna spend your money for platinum, you simply go to your star chart, Sedna, and Marrow mission node for assassination. You just simply drop all of the parts for her standard version here. Next we heading to our primary weapon choice, which for this video gonna be Nataruuk and Ignis Drive. For Nataruuk you finish the new war quest and you get Nataruuk from it. And for the Ignis Drive, you can buy the blueprint in any dojo. So just find a clan, there's many clans that just invite everyone, so everyone has access to all this dojo locked stuff. It's not a problem in Warframe. For secondary, as always for my videos, or with where you get it, have the quest line. So as long as you're up to the date, you should have all the weapons we're gonna show here. It's very important to bother about all the hard stuff after you finish your quest lines, the main quest line, because unlocks all the weekly time gated stuff that you farm weekly. You cannot skip that, you cannot speed it up, so it's very important for every new player to just rush the main quest. I didn't, and I was regretting it before I farmed all of my Archon shards and other stuff. The only hard part here to get are the tome modes, but well, you can completely ignore the secondary weapon in this setup anyway. Or you can just get Nukor, easy, the Kuva leeches, or just completely ignore it, like I would. The main idea of the secondary weapon is just to have one equipped with Augur Seeker, and Augur Pact, and Carnage Stinger. And the most important one of them all, Carnage Stinger. That status immunity from killing an enemy in heavy attack with this loadout is peak quality of life. And this is Xoris. You get it from the side quest, and that side quest is the Deadlock Protocol. And I think the best part about this, at least for me, is the fact you don't have to even finish this one. And for our last part, for our companion, you will have to finish Call of the Tempestari. All those quests are related. But this will unlock your corpus version of Kuva leeches, the Sisters of Parvos. And these leeches, in addition to a weapon you get, they also spawn with a companion. To get the most important mod for the Hound, you need to get one with Intastabilizer. There is one alternative way to get those Hounds, and the way you get them is you need to acquire the blueprints and craft them at Lex in Fortuna. They always come with one of the three weapons, Batoten, Lacerten or Akaten, but any of these will work. And what this companion does exactly? Well, I made a video in depth about him, but the main idea is he puts insane amount of status effects on your targets, and that results in your damage going sky high. Before I showcase every and each part of the build, I need to talk quickly about the synergies. So let's start from the most important part of the loadout, which is Saryn and her ability. Venom Dose Augment mod allows us to hold spores to get insane amount of corrosive damage to the weapon, and that synchronizes just perfectly with the two Emerald Archon shards, green ones, that increases max stacks of corrosive status by +2, and we use 2 of these. All those Archon shards, they are not acquired instantly, so they are not really needed. They just push your build beyond, so don't really bother yourself if you don't have any Archon shards yet. Just slowly aim to get 2 of these and 3 of these. Mold is basically a source of shield regeneration via Augur mods and Brief Respite Aura mod, and to get some speed. It's really good for survival with the shield regeneration part, and that's because the cast has no animation, it's instant. You can spam it as much as you want till you go completely out of energy. And Toxic Lash is a guaranteed status proc of Toxin from every damage you do from your weapons. It deals with corpus units insanely well. And the best part is that our Xoris gets double the extra damage effect. And we finish the build off with Roar for the double dip on the Toxin, making it completely ridiculous, especially in the late game when your spores get those 2 Archon shards for 2 extra corrosive stacks each, giving you a full armor strip. But that's if you play spores build. I do not press spores normally, I only use it for the corrosive damage part. So I only armor strip via weapons with high status. Or I don't armor strip at all, cause well, the damage you get from this damage increase, and this damage increase is enough. Maybe if you would be able to spawn in every mission with a level cap, maybe then you would need any armors. Especially if it's not a prime version. Don't Umbraher then. You can use other mods, but this base armor, especially with the easy missions, just typical steel pot missions, they give you crazy good survival ability. So the entire idea of Saryn is the fact she's a great weapon platform, and I picked Nataruuk because it's one of the most used weapons in the Warframe, according to the Warframe stats from 2023 that DE released, and here we go. Exogok stat officer, the tankiest unit I can spawn, 210 level, steel pad modifier on, we have all the buffs up. Everything that our dog primer puts some statuses, look the difference instantly, everything dead in an instant. Again, and again, and again. And we can check our Ignis now, the second most used weapon. Both weapons got very similar build. Rifle Elementalist, the new status damage mod, very good with Saryn, some critical chance, some critical damage, Galvanize. Those mods you get once you unlock all of the standard Star Chart mission nodes and you do some arbitrations. Don't upgrade them to full as well, just leave the 2 dots before unless you have like stupid amounts of endo for some reason. 60-60 mods for the viral, 1 Vigilante mod, and Sinister Reach. And in case you don't have Galvanized yet, just use the standard version of the mods. So let's spawn the enemies, buff up. It's pretty weak, isn't it? Maybe it's a good time to put some mods on. Got a rebuff. And let's see the defense now. Now it's not that weak anymore. But the most important thing is to stack our primary Merciless, the first arcanes you start getting once you enter Steel Path from the Acolytes. And once you have it stacked to 12 to get the max effect, well, then it shreds. But these two weapons, they are only for the guys that really hate on the melees, because the melee is the main thing about the build. And I picked Xoris because as the two previous weapons, it's the most used melee weapon according to the Warframe stats. There are 3 base points that make this combo so broken together. First point is melee influence. Second point is the fact that Xoris has forced electric proc on its heavy attack detonation. And third, Toxic Clash is also a forced proc. And that makes the build very budget, because the melee influence, well, you can use rank 1, you can take off the Riven, the primed mode, sacrificial, this. And now we can see if it will still wreck stuff up. Let's get the buffs up, get the units up, and throw it before stacking the power throw yet. Well, second hit was enough after it just proc the melee influence. It's very short, but every hit is forced electric, so it doesn't really matter what you have on that weapon. It will always, with Saryn at least, completely wreck shit up. This is like half of the mods. Rank 1 melee influence. Let's go back to the full set of the mods. Well, to be completely honest, that was rank 0 melee influence. And we back to the full build, and first things first, you don't need the Riven, you can only have the Colt here. I only put this one because I randomly unveiled it. 66 rolls later, I still don't have a good one. I have like semi-decent one. I only put it here because it has Colt and a little bit more crit than I have without it, so the only reason I have it. There's few more things that I'd say they are essential to the build, which is the fact that Xoris has the biggest explosion range of all the thrown weapons in the game, but it has the shortest range on throw. So I put Whirlwind to get more range on it. And I also have Volatile Quick Return, so I have even more range. 12 meters with this. It's really stupid with melee influence and forced electric proc and forced toxic proc. This is just crazy. Let's have a look again how it looks like. And if you wanna see like how it fares in a mission, I was recently streaming some Saryn with Xoris just to have like VOD left on my channel, how it looks in a mission. But you can just imagine already probably how it looks like. So let's, before the dog primes them, let's kill them real quick. And now let's the dog prime them to see how much damage we can really get. And for this I'm gonna chain throw. Get the power throw, which is multiplicative damage, and I'm gonna throw over their heads. 2 millions, and now I have mid influence, so everything dead. This is the magic of the thrown weapons, the AoE explosion. See, this, like, he can tank it. That's why we need Carnage Stinger, because that immunity from heavy attack is precious. But I just swapped Grimoire for a sec. Showcase one more weapon. That's on the top use, on the Warframe stats, which is the Kuva Nukor. And it's also a very fun weapon, look at that. Instantly priming them with everything. Best secondary weapon. Most used one, that's for sure. Competes with Latum, but Latum is one of the OG Incardons, and you can trust my word, it also wrecks everything. But the beauty behind having Carnage Stinger is just irreplaceable. So, that's all from me for now. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, see you in the next one.